Hello from the Edge. So we were tagged in a YouTuber's random question tag by Hammocks to Coasters. Um, so we were just going to answer the questions, the same ones that they had, and go from there. All three of us are here today. There's Russ, me, and Hank the Adventure Pup, who's licking his paws. But so, no, the first question was, what was the most memorable moment of 2019? I'll let Russ answer first, and then I'll go.
Well, it wasn't adventure related really, but at the end of November, right before Thanksgiving,
Right after.
right after Thanksgiving,
It's the day after.
uh, power went out in our town, and it was pretty crazy. Um, it was in the middle of a snowstorm, and it was freezing cold outside, and it affected everyone in our little town of Grand Canyon here, and it was a big deal. That was pretty memorable.
So we're actually referred to it here as Snowmageddon 2019. To give you a little recap on it, yeah, we were without power. The snowstorm had knocked out the power. We had about 2 feet of snow fall on that snowstorm, and we went 23 hours without power.
Yeah.
The bad thing about that here is most of us actually rely on power to heat our homes. A lot of us have electric heat. So yeah, it was kind of sketchy. We personally cannot declare state of emergency, but the town next to us did, so we could get the help that we all needed. So yeah,
It worked out.
that was his most memorable moment. My most memorable moment actually happened at Hope Fest, Arizona, which is kind of a veteran AIDS / Christian music festival, is the best way to explain it. But during the unfurling of the flag during the opening ceremony, they actually asked for volunteers. Not knowing what I was getting myself into, I volunteered. All they said is someone who could climb the steps. This did take place at our historic Prescott Courthouse here, which was actually the first territorial capital of Arizona. So I went up there with a bunch of other people, and we helped unfold the flag for the opening ceremony. And it took like 20, 30 of us to do it. It was a giant flag.
So that flag originally flew on board a battleship?
The USS Missouri, it was actually flying when Japan surrendered at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
So it was tattered and beaten, but it was a extreme honor to be able to hold a piece of history.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So, next question. Oh wait, did we let Hank answer? Hank decided to go to sleep. So, second question. Something you look forward to in 2020. Go for it.
We have a big trip planned in May for our anniversary to go to Washington, D.C. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully that'll be a good time, and we've been planning a lot about it, and Mary's been doing a lot of research. So yeah, that's going to be good.
That goes double for me. I'm excited about that trip, but we also have a couple more big trips planned this year, which we will not completely go into because, sometimes surprise is nice. But we do plan well in advance. So we actually have trips in the works for the next 4 to 5 years, just in different stages of planning. That's because that's who I am. So, next question.
I got cards.
Yeah, we did a cheat sheet. We have flashcards.
3 words to describe your channel.
So, I'm gonna go with adventure. I'm gonna go with canyon, and I'm gonna go with random. What about you, Russ?
I don't know if I can think of 3, but informative, fun, and can't think of a 3rd word.
It's all good. Between the two of us, we have 5. So, overachievers. So. Hey guys, we got disconnected there for a minute, but we'll continue on. So we did question 3. So question 4 is,
What will you stop doing in 2020?
I'll take this one first. as new YouTubers, we don't know a whole lot about a lot of things how YouTube works, and I'm at least hesitant on what kind of content we should upload.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to stop hesitating on the content we put in. Whether people watch it or not, that's up to them. So we'll provide it, and it's up to them if they want to watch it.
Nice.
Anything to add to that one?
A lot of you talk about the background music and copyright problems or whatever. I don't know. It seems like a thing to keep an eye on. Keep that copyrighted music out of your videos. And try to do that.
So that's something we're going to try to do. And not hesitate on uploading content or making sure it's perfect. We're not skilled at editing videos. So, yeah. We will try our best. So,
yeah.
Number 5.
Favorite content creator in 2020?
So I'm going to go off of what our previous tagger said. We're only less than 4 weeks into 2020. So since we're actually new to the YouTube world, we're just going to kind of talk about our favorite ones in general. And number 1 out there would definitely be
Hammocks to Coasters.
Hammocks to Coasters.
Christina and Mark.
And Teddy. They are actually the inspiration behind our channel. We kind of watch what they do and kind of copy what they do. So they are by far our top content creator that we watch. We make sure we try to watch every video, and if we miss them, we'll try to go back. But I also kind of have to mention, because we are planning a trip to Washington, D.C. this year, and there's so much to know, we've kind of started watching YouTube tutorials on Washington, D.C., so I kind of do have to give a shout out to Rob at Trip Hacked DC. He is great informative about things to do in DC, things not to do in DC, how to get around the metro, how to plan for spending, how to plan for the weather. So we definitely have to give a shout out to Rob over there too.
Yeah.
So, and then there's some up and coming channels that we watch, like Sidwill Universe.
Yeah.
They're new, kind of like us, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Tyler and Chelsea, I believe her name is. I should know that. I know it's Chelsea. Yeah, it's Chelsea. Anyway, and we actually have another tag video to do later on, and actually they are the ones who tagged us in that. They did it like an open tag. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble now. So, Hammocks to Coasters, Trip Hacks DC, Sidwill Universe. So those are probably our top. So, last and final question. What is the number 1 goal for our channel? Like we have mentioned many times before, we are new to the YouTube game. We have a lot of learning to do. And a lot of just figuring out how to do things and how to do them right, so we don't get any copyright strikes, so we don't get any whatever there else is out there. Like I said, a lot of research for us to do on our part. So our number 1 goal is probably to expand our channel, get more subscribers, tell people what it is like. So I've done this many times on my Facebook page, but people always wonder why we have the name Edge of Adventure. It's a twofold question. Edge, as in the Grand Canyon. We are both residents of Grand Canyon National Park. We both work for either the Park Service or a concessionaire here in the park. So when we can't go out and adventuring, a lot of our content is actually here from Grand Canyon National Park. And the other part is adventure. We love to be on the road, whether it's a road trip or long distance. So we try to cover restaurants, hotels, national parks, theme parks, camping. We're big on zoos, aquariums, museums. So that's a little shout out about our channel. That was a little more than the question probably asked, but we thought we'd take the opportunity there to fill you in about our channel. Yeah. So like I said, it's Russ over here. myself, and Hank the adventure pup down there. Sleeping away. And Hank doesn't get to go on all of our trips with us just because we do go to a lot of zoos and stuff like that that don't allow dogs. So one time in the future we'll explain to you where does Hank go when he's not with us. So
He's got a favorite place that he likes to go.
yeah, and we'll cover that in a vlog sometime. So I think that's it for now before we ramble on too much. We have to come up with another, like, a catchy phrase for our videos. Also, we have to come up with a title sequence, but we're working on it. So stay tuned and see what we come up with. Bye.